Hi, my name is Thomas Bennett. I'm the Chief Technology Officer at Critical Minds Advisory, and I'd like to welcome you into a number of webinars for the Metaopsis migration utility. In today's webinar, we're going to look at migrating some mappings and sessions from Power Center to the Informatica Cloud Org. And these mappings and sessions will contain various types of transformations from unions, joiners, normalizer, etc. And we'll show you how that works. So let's take a look at some of the mappings in question today. We'll start off with a mapping that has a joiner transformation that goes into an update strategy to a couple of targets. We'll then look at the maplets. In this situation, the Informatica Cloud utility does not have, or the Informatica Cloud Org does not have this maplet, but the Metaopsis application will see this maplet during the conversion and go ahead and upload this to the Informatica Cloud. Next, we have the normalizer. The normalizer has an expression transformation. It goes into our normalizer transformation into a target. One of our other mappings has a filter, sorter, and sequence transformation. And then we'll look at one that has a union transformation from 3 sources into the union through 3 different groups out to a single target. And in the tradition of a Power Center process, we take the mappings, we associate those with particular sessions and their respective workflows. And what we do is, and we will be going back and looking at the analysis piece of the Metaopsis application, but after the Metaopsis analysis piece of your Power Center repository, we've decided that these are the 5 workflows that we want to go ahead and migrate up. We select these workflows to the repository manager and export those out. We're going to go ahead and call those converter underscore repo. Go ahead and save that. Now out on our environment, we see the converter underscore repo.xml file exists. We're going to edit our convert.mapping, which contains the name of the workflows that we want to migrate. Let's see here. And when we set up the Metaopsis application, we tell it that it's going to be doing a conversion. We have a flag called NWF. In this case, we're not going to be creating the workflow because we want to demonstrate that just a session can be created. That way, if you want to be able to tie in some orchestration with just third-party application, you can do so at a more granular level. But you can also do the same by pointing it to the task flow in Informatica Cloud. And we have another flag that we use to push in where our XML export is from the repository manager, as well as the convert.mapping file that has all the workflows that we want to convert. Up in our Informatica Cloud environment, as you can see, we don't have any mappings, or I'm sorry, maplets. Our mappings don't exist yet. They will start with FLDA underscore because we wanted to be able to show that you could prefix these with any kind of, customize, or it could be the name of the folder that they're being pulled out of to be able to give uniqueness so that you can still be able to maintain that level of autonomy with different business units. And we will eventually have sessions here again with the FLDA underscore. So let's go ahead and run the Metaopsis application. So when the Metaopsis application runs, it takes the XML, deconstructs it, puts it into our common format, goes out to the Informatica Cloud Org, starts pulling information from connections, the cloud, maplets, runtime agents, etc. Reason being is so that as it continues to run in the future, you don't have to make as many API calls. It'll look locally if the objects exist, and if they do, then it'll take that information and use it in the creation. And we have now successfully created all 5 mappings with their sessions, as well as the maplet, as you see here. As we go back into the Informatica Cloud org, you can see we now have a maplet that's been created. We now have our mappings. Take a look at our mappings. We first have to arrange them. You'll notice something different here with this joiner. So in the Power Center environment, that joiner that joiner mapping also had an update strategy. Well, in the Informatica Cloud, the update strategy has been embedded into the target definition. So the Metaopsis application takes that into consideration and goes ahead and makes it a data-driven mapping and puts the update strategy logic in here. We look, you'll notice it's the same update strategy expression as we have on Power Center. And it does so for every target definition downstream. Let's go ahead and save this. And I'm going to save and deploy to the mapping configuration task so that the arranged mapping can be seen. Our maplet has been generated. It has been tied to the mapping successfully. You see source 1 goes to name age, source 3 goes to city gender. And in our maplet, source 1 goes to name age, and the source 3 goes to city gender. Let's look at the union transformation. And what you'll see is, just like with Power Center, we go ahead and handle the multiple input groups. Go ahead and handle the field mappings, handle the mapping to the target definition, and we have our mapping converted. We can take a look at this, and we'll go look at our mapping configuration tasks. We have our filter transformation with its filter, which matches up to the Informatica Cloud. For the Power Center. We have our sorted transformation, which we're sorting by age ascending. Again, sorting by age ascending. We have our SQL transformation next value that maps to the status, which is Power Center. We are taking the next value and status. Take a look at our sessions. Our sessions have also been created, tied together with the right mapping, the agent that we selected, which will be in another webinar. And we also bring in all the session attributes that are associated with that workflow and session. Again, I'd like to thank you for joining us today. Please feel free to reach out to us at Metaopsis at criticalmindsad.com. We would love to get your feedback and any requests. And you have a wonderful day.